News Network. Thanks for tuning in to our first show. Today we'll tell you about some clubs you can join and interview teachers. Speech and debate. If you're interested in public speaking, this is a great chance to learn. Whether you are part of a class or not, speech and debate is interesting. And unlike class, if you join the club, then you get to go to tournaments where you can learn new things and meet new people. Water ecology. Water ecology is a club where students have the opportunity to go to local lakes and rivers and take samples of them. Using those samples, you'll use the power of H2O like a pro. Video game development is starting up soon again. If you like video games and are interested at all in creating them, then video game development is the perfect club for you. GSA. GSA is the Genders and Sexuality Alliance. They're ready to start another great year. This is a great opportunity for all Mustangs to show their support for our local gay and transgender community. Student Council is a planning committee for middle school events such as dances and spirit weeks. Now to the interviews.
Good morning, Mr. Tubbs.
Good morning.
Thanks for meeting with us today.
No problem.
So, you came from Churchill, right?
Yeah, that was the last school I taught at was.
Oh, okay. So how's it being at a really small school?
I really enjoy it. So I grew up in Pleasant Hill, so it was a pretty small school as well. So it's always been a dream of mine to get back into a small setting. So I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to get back to a small school.
Do you connect differently with students here than you would at Churchill?
I don't know that I connect or do anything differently, but I feel like I get a chance to connect with many more students and, build relationships with all of the students rather than, maybe the 100 that I would get of the 1,600 at Churchill or something like that.
Well, what I say about you, you're a really cool person.
Oh, thank you.
You're really cool. All right. Well, what are a few of your favorite things about being at our school?
So I love the small feel. I love that teachers, the relationships they build with the students, like they go above and beyond. They know the student's story, and they're willing to go the extra mile to spend the time with them.
Yeah.
They don't have 400 or 500 kids that they see on an every day-to-day, so it's just like a rubber stamp type of process. Like they generally take the time to get to know everybody, and work through each situation, which I really like that.
All right. So we hear about your interesting other business job, and can you tell us about your job?
Sure. My wife and I own a whitewater rafting and fishing business.
Mm-hmm.
So during the summer especially, we whitewater raft 5 to 6 days a week, mainly down in McKenzie. And then with the fishing, I'm a fishing guide as well. I can actually be a captain up to a 100-ton vessel out to 100 miles offshore in the ocean. And we fish a lot, especially weekends during the winter through the spring before we take off rafting.
Is there certain people that you guys take? Because I heard that you guys take like handicap.
So yeah, we take anybody. We had the privilege of having a lady this year, and one of her bucket list items was to go whitewater rafting, and she was bound to a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
So we built this frame that went clear across the back of the boat, and with this chair that supported her and straps, and we had two of her brother and sister on each side of her. So we were able to get her down through the river, and she had an amazing time. We served lunch right on the raft for her, and so yeah, it was great. We've done that. I work with a lot of my customers are people with autism and stuff like that. One of our long-term goals is to start a nonprofit called Last Cast of Love, and that'd be taking people with terminal illnesses in the outdoors one more time while they're still healthy enough to enjoy it and that type of thing.
That's pretty cool. I think it's cool that you are able to make connections with other people outside of schools. Yeah. And I thought it was pretty cool when I seen you connecting with my sister.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for your time, and welcome to Mohawk.
Thank you so much, and go Mustangs.
Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. Moon.
Good afternoon.
So this is your first teaching job, right?
Correct. This is my first teaching job, first year teaching, and I'm super stoked to be here at Mohawk High School.
Nice. So being a teacher here, what are some things you enjoy about having your own classes?
Well, things I love about having my own classes and being at a school the size of Mohawk is that I get to know every kid, for better or for worse. By the end of the year, I'm going to know every kid and probably their favorite ice cream, and hopefully a whole lot more about them than that. So I'm excited that that's something I get to do here at Mohawk.
Nice. All right. So, within the discipline of social studies, what is your favorite topic to teach?
Well, I'm really excited about that because my favorite topic is actually something that we're studying this year, and that is government. And because right now we have an election coming in November, November 6th, the big election that will have a big impact on how we all live our lives, and because of that, couldn't be more excited to get kids involved in understanding the issues that are surrounding that election and how that will play out in our government today.
All right. Okay. So, we hear you are doing like some home improvements. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, so right now, when I moved here, I actually moved in with my girlfriend and her parents, but we're staying in a little tiny cabin way out back in the middle of the woods. It's a big property, so there's plenty of space out there, but that cabin is pretty small. So the home improvements, we're adding a whole new building, and that'll be our living room and our kitchen, and adding a bathroom and stuff like that. So my weekends are very full, and very full of sawdust too.
That's great. So, other than me asking you about your job, is there anything that you do at home other than you're wanting to build?
Well, I do. I'm a really big outdoors person in general, but for me, the outdoors means whitewater kayaking, getting out on my mountain bike, doing whitewater rafting as well. I'm hoping to get out on the river with Mr. Tubbs. That'll be great. And that I love small towns. That's the one other thing. I grew up in a small town. That small town got really big, and I'm so excited to be back in a small community where I can get to know everybody, and those people can get to know me.
All right. Thanks for your help, and welcome to Mohawk.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Tune in to our next show.